Good morning. I think we should have everybody there. Kicking off this beautiful Monday here in Rotorua with one of my favourite sites in the North Island, Pohutu Geyser. But I'm not going to talk about Pohutu too much because I believe we have someone on the line that might be able to talk about that. Kia ora everyone, no mai haere mai ki Explore or Explore Central North Island. My name is Lou and I'm the Business Development Manager here at Destination Rotorua. Now, usually you'd be seeing Vanessa's beautiful face, but I talked Vanessa into trusting me this morning to co-host this webinar for Destination Rotorua as well as Explore Central North Island. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Explore Central North Island, about our incredible region that we have here, set the scene a little bit before we do a deeper dive into Rotorua, which is what we're here mainly to talk about today. So I'm the Business Development Manager for International Markets. I'm very privileged to be here. I wish we were all meeting in person. I think there's probably a lot of people on the call that are wishing that as well. But we're here to bring you a little bit of excitement, maybe a little bit of education, and hopefully a little bit of entertainment, no pressure, to the Rotorua people that are on the team today. Okay, so let's crack on in. Let's set the scene a little bit and talk about this incredible part of the world that we are all lucky to call home. So Explore Central North Island is made up of 8 regions, 8 regional tourism organisations, or RTOs, because we all love acronyms here in tourism, and it's made up of 3 touring routes. So the 8 regions, in case you haven't come across us before, because I know there's a mixture of people on the call that will probably be able to do the presentation that I'm doing versus will be new. The 8 regional tourism organisations that we have are Coromandel, the Bay of Plenty, Tairāwhiti Gisborne, which is out east. We have the Hawke's Bay, the Ruapehu District, the Bay of Plenty District, Hamilton and Waikato Tourism, and of course us here in Rotorua. When you look at a map of New Zealand, I don't know about you, but the first thing that strikes me is how much land we take up. Certainly we take up a large part of New Zealand, but also of course the North Island, and we have a great number of New Zealand must-dos here in our incredible district. We've got Hot Water Beach, we've got Mount Maunganui, a fantastic wee climb to get the heart rate going, the East Cape, the beautiful Art Deco capital of the world, which is in Hawke's Bay. Of course, I refer to Napier as the Art Deco capital of the world. Extraordinary, stunning national parks in the Ruapehu district. Then we have Taupo, which is, or Taupo, pronunciation's okay here, which is the largest lake in New Zealand. And then, of course, we have the waves, caves, and hobbit holes of the mighty Waikato region. And, of course, us here in Rotorua. So the east coast of the North Island is perfect for 10 to 12 days of self-drive touring. For our international markets, we appreciate that that might be a little bit too long, but you can certainly do 7 to 9 days realistically and see a great amount of the country using the touring routes, which are the Pacific Coast Highway, the Thermal Explorer Highway, and the Volcanic Loop Highway. Certainly this is the part of the world where New Zealanders like to travel, and so the cool thing for the international manuhiri, the international visitors, is that they get to experience the essence of this part of the world. Really easy to get around. We've got fantastic air connectivity with Air New Zealand, connecting Hamilton, Tauranga, Gisborne, Rotorua, Taupo and the Hawke's Bay, so you can easily get around in and out of Auckland, Wellington and Christchurch. So the point I'm trying to make is it's really easy to build itineraries in and around the North Island. When you're here, if you're driving around, the area is really easily signposted. I think the part that I love about this part of the world, which I've been lucky to call home, is that the scenery just dramatically changes. You'll be driving within an hour and all of a sudden everything looks different and you look like you're in a completely different country. So very easy to navigate, very compact, nowhere is far. In terms of us, we may have welcomed you to an event that we hold annually at Eden Park. This is an event where we bring about 100 operators from around this amazing region to Eden Park in Auckland. We welcome all of our trade friends to come and meet with our 8 RTOs and the tourism operators, of course, and have a fantastic day out of the office training. We don't envisage that we'll be running this event in April like we usually do, but we do envisage that we'll be running it probably around in spring. So we absolutely look forward to welcoming you back then. Okay, let's take a little bit of a deeper dive. Today we're here to talk about Rotorua and here to talk about what's happening in our neck of the woods. We have 4 fantastic operators on the line today. We've got Eloise from Canopy Tours, Sean from Te Puia, Andrew from Skyline, and Gert from Polynesian Spa here to talk about their incredible experiences. We're going to have kind of a bit of a chat, fill you in on their product if you aren't familiar, and then we're going to let you know a few things you might not know and talk about what's happening at their respective experiences, just to update you a little bit. Alrighty, to set the scene a little bit as well, I know there's some people that will be new to selling Rotorua. Let me set the scene in terms of where we are. Look, we like to call ourselves the beating heart of the North Island, and we are located a beautiful 3-hour drive south of Auckland. You could drive for 3 hours or you could fly for 45 minutes, and we've got direct air connections from Wellington, Auckland, Christchurch. We've got highways that are easy to navigate and very beautiful as well, straight down to Rotorua. So 3 hours, land in Auckland, and you can be in the heart of the North Island. The really cool thing that I certainly love about living here in Rotorua is that it's the perfect base for all of your North Island adventures. So we get a lot of people coming to just experience what we have here in Rotorua, but they also come to experience other destinations as well. So for example, if you're in Rotorua, you can do a day trip very easily to Hobbiton. It's an hour up the road. I did that on Wednesday last week. Or you can drive an hour south to Taupō, or you can drive an hour northeast to Tauranga and Mount Maunganui. It's really easy to get around. And once you're here, it's really easy to get from A to B. If I think about some of the operators on the call at the moment, we'd have Sean, who's located 5 minutes south of Rotorua, but still in Rotorua. If he pops over to see Andrew and head up the gondola there, it's a 10-minute drive from Sean at Te Puia to Andrew at Skyline. So really easy once you're here to get around. Rotorua, just setting the scene a little bit, we're the birthplace of tourism in New Zealand. People have been coming here from all over the world since the 1800s. Back then, people came to Rotorua for their spa and wellness. Look, we are in a geothermal, an active volcanic zone, so people would come to enjoy the health and wellness benefits associated with geothermal pools, but we'll let Gert talk a little bit more about that. People would also come to experience our Māori culture, and look, they still continue to do those things today. But as you'll see soon, there is so much more to do than just that. Look, we're an all-round year destination. You can come here at any time of the year. There's amazing experiences. We have 4 distinct seasons, and it's a pretty fun place to hang out no matter the season. I think one of the things our visitors enjoy the most about Rotorua is that you get to meet the locals here. We are the first bilingual city in New Zealand, kia ora, where we speak both Te Reo Māori as well as English. So you'll see signposts and you'll engage with people using that beautiful language, Te Reo Māori. You get to meet the local people here, you get to hear local stories, you get to hang out with the Kiwis. I certainly know that when I travel to other parts of the world, I want to meet the locals. Well, you get to do that here in Rotorua. Let's do a little bit of a COVID-19 update. I know we're all wanting to move on from that, but I think it's really important to just let you know in terms of COVID-19 where we're at. Look, we're open for business. That's the short version of the story. We've been doing okay. We're doing probably better than some of the other regions, simply because we are within three quarters of the population of New Zealand within a 3 to 4 hour driving distance. So we've been really blessed here. The domestic market has always been our largest pool of visitors and continues to show us their love. So that's fantastic. Most of our operators are open. We only have a few that are in hibernation. None of the operators that we're going to talk to today are in hibernation. We are all open for business. If you would like a more deeper update, please get in touch with me. I can tell you any one moment who to contact at the operators, which ones are open, the hours of operation, so I can talk to you about that. We've got direct air connectivity. I talked about that, and opening hours are changing a little bit as we gear up for summer. Again, reach out to me or any of the operators that we're going to talk to shortly for the contact details there. We do have 3 managed isolation facilities, so I just want to make sure that everyone is cognizant of that. Ridges of Rotorua, Sudima of Rotorua and Ibis Rotorua are all contracted with the government to make a safe haven for Kiwis coming home. And I think the last little update from me is that we have some new images and videos, which is really exciting. There's a new sneaky peek of an image there on the left. So if you're out there and wanting to get new content for whether it's your travel agent Facebook group or updates for prospectus or brochures, reach out. I can release those in January. So looking forward to that. But of course, I'm still very much here in the trade role. So if you'd like any contacts, any update information, I'm just proofreading a brochure the other day, I'm here to help you do that. Okay, right, let's start talking to some of the operators. But before I do that, let's just set the scene. Why do people come to Rotorua? Well, why not would be my answer, because epic experiences await here. Look, we've got stunning geothermal. We're located on the 2nd largest volcanic zone in the world, which is the Te Puia volcanic zone. So we've got erupting geysers, we've got bubbling mud, we've got steaming hot mineral pools. You can connect with nature. It's really beautiful here. People are often surprised how gorgeous it is. We're surrounded by forests. We're also a lake district. We have 18 of those right on our doorstep. You can indulge yourself here. You can do as much rest and relaxation as you want. Do what I do, which is hop in a hot spring when you're feeling like you need some rejuvenation, or go and get a massage. Gert will talk more about that. Or you can hop on down and see Sean at Te Puia and embrace yourself in culture. So like I said earlier, if your manuhere, your visitors want to meet local New Zealanders, you can do that here in Rotorua. And of course, you can be adventurous. We're known as the adventure capital of the world, and we offer some of the most unique adventure experiences here. I always talk about adventure and adrenaline as a bit of a spectrum. You've got kind of the nana end down one end and the adventure drunkie at one end. You can do everything on that spectrum. And Andrew will talk a little bit more about that, as will Eloise from Canopy Tours. There is so much to do here. I think one of the key messages I want you to take away today is a 3-night stay is essential here in Rotorua. Anything less and your visitors just aren't going to experience enough. They're going to ring you and say, hey, that just wasn't long enough in Rotorua. Fun fact, because we have so many experiences here in Rotorua, more than any other destination in New Zealand actually, we've got more commissionable products than any other region in New Zealand. I can hear someone coughing. I'm hoping they're putting their hands over their mouth. If any of my operators are not on mute, could you do so, please? Except Gert, because he's up first. Alrighty, so let's go to Rotorua. And on that note, I've got a little video to show you. This is a campaign we are just in the process of rolling out. And guess what it's called? Let's go Rotorua.
Let's go.
Short and sweet. Okay, let's jump on down. Let's get relaxed and rejuvenated after a big weekend and have a chat with Gert from Polynesian Spa. Are you there, Gert? That wasn't you coughing, was it?
No, that wasn't me coughing.
I think it was Andrew personally, or Sean.
Hey Lou, how are you going? Yeah, good yourself?
Yeah, good, thank you. Hey, tell us about Polynesian Spa. There will be some people on here that aren't familiar. What do you got?
Yeah, excellent. Thank you, Lou. Yeah, for those who are not familiar with our product, we've been here for about half a century now on the beautiful shores of Lake Rotorua. We are really the birthplace of geothermal bathing in New Zealand. And Lou touched on the on the birthplace of tourism in Rotorua. And so likewise, this is where geothermal bathing really started in this country. We're internationally acclaimed for that. And it's also one of the few places in the world where you can enjoy the geothermal waters of 2 different geothermal springs. One being the Priest Spring, which is more acidic in nature, and then the other being the Rachel Spring, which is more alkaline in nature. And those things are important because the Priest Spring, being acidic, is really great for sore muscles and joints. So after a mountain bike ride, it's great to soak and just get the muscles soft and relaxed. And the Rachel Spring is fantastic because that water is just beautiful for anti-aging qualities. So I'm actually pushing 130, but I think I look okay for that age, don't I?
I'm doing well. I'm 92. Yeah. Thanks, Polly.
Another reason to come to Rotorua, turn back time.
Fantastic.
Hey, yeah, so obviously for us, geothermal bathing is our core product. We've got 5 different bathing products, and I'll just quickly talk through them, Lou, if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
So our family pool area has got 3 pools in there. There's one chlorinated pool, just for health and safety reasons for little ones, just to make it safe for them to enjoy the water and enjoy the experience. But that area also has 2 geothermal pools in order for parents, if the children are a little bit older, to sit and relax in the geothermal water while the kids, the little ones, enjoy the slide and enjoy the chlorinated pool. We've then also got our pavilion pool area, which is our largest area. This has got 8 pools. The minimum age here is 12, so it's a really great option for parents traveling with teenagers. Quite often they look at the family pool and they see the little slide, and perhaps it's not something that it would appeal to them. This, we lowered the age last year a little bit down to 12, so it's a fantastic option. They can get away from their parents a bit because the area is so large, but at the same time you can just really enjoy the space because it's so big. And like I said, there's 8 pools there, and the pools are specifically designed to be larger. We've then got our Lakeview and Skyview private pools. Now these are a fantastic option, particularly for our honeymoon or couples market. The names speak for themselves. These guys are bookable in 30-minute slots. They have their own little change area and shower area. So you basically just enter, enjoy the experience, and then you come out fully clothed again, which is fantastic. It's quite easy. You don't need to go into a shared change room or anything like that. Minimum of 2 people at a time. And these are fantastically easily bookable through our online resource. Then we move on to our really higher end bathing area, which is our deluxe lake spa. This area is designed specifically with a more of a Japanese onsen flavor to it. The pools are different in nature in that they're more rock pools. They are smaller than our other areas. And this area also includes facilities like the heated recliners. Quite often we will find people fast asleep on those. We use a geothermal resource here to heat those recliners, so fantastically sustainable effort from us. And then also here we include lockers, towels, as well as some upmarket amenities in our change rooms for our customers. So it's really a higher end, all-inclusive experience for the customer to come and enjoy.
Nice.
And then of course our facilities too include our cafe and our shop, but also our retreat day spa. So what makes our day spa different from others is that you receive the deluxe lake spa pools included in any therapy that is booked with us. So your customer will arrive an hour earlier than the start of their therapy. They'll enjoy soaking in the pools. And by the time they actually enter their therapy, they are really relaxed. Their skin's nice and soft, the muscles are relaxed, and they're all that more able to enjoy the therapy for what it really is, which is a beautiful experience. Mm. And we then obviously have lounges where customers can relax afterwards, have some tea, read a magazine, or just chill out like we see so many do. I really recommend, if you do that you indulge in a Rotorua mud wrap. That's quintessential of this area. We've got some of the most amazing geothermal mud here, and we use those in our relaxation mud wraps. They're fantastic. You get coated from head, basically from head to toe in mud, and it's great. And afterwards, your skin just feels fantastic for quite a few days. So in total, we've got 10 treatment rooms. Again, easily bookable, quite a lot of access there, easy availability. And that's really us. But a couple of things around just in regards to where we're at with COVID.
Just pause you for a second. I reckon that's a really good segue to show your video. What do you reckon?
Yeah, go for it, Lou. Why not?
All right. I love this video. And just a plug for the spas. The staff are really gentle at waking you up should you fall asleep and start snoring when it's time to go into the deluxe lakeside. So, yeah, total endorsement there from me on that one. Slightly embarrassing, but anyway. Okay, let's show you a beautiful video. Spectacular. Okay, Gert, tell us about what's happening there and what's going on post-COVID.
So post-COVID, we've used the opportunity with the complex being open at different times of day, just to really have a look at our products and make sure we carried out some refreshing in those different areas. And so the one that I'm really excited about is that we've added a new decking area into the pavilion, into our pavilion pools area, which I spoke about earlier, which is our largest area. And that's now facilitated us in putting in some umbrellas and creating a really great area for our customers just to relax in between soaking in the pools. The complex is open Wednesday to Sunday outside of school holidays. During school holidays and public holidays, we are open 7 days a week. So that's really been the only change. And then just in the sales team, we've now got myself and Linda looking after our customers in that perspective, our trade customers. So just a little amendment in that team as far as that's concerned. And then I think, Lou, you wanted a fun fact.
I do. Tell us something we might not know about Polynesian Spa. We do not slip into the local nickname, or something we might not know. Fun fact.
I'm hoping some people have not been exposed to this, but it is sometimes quite a fun fact. That's obviously being an international spa. Some of our customers sometimes think that swimwear is optional, which it most certainly is not. And so, yeah, sometimes some of our customers emerge from the public change rooms without their swimwear. So that just does generate a bit of a conversation around the need to have swimwear. So there's a fun fact for you.
Thank you. That's just wonderful. See where you were going now with exposed. Excellent. Hey, that's brilliant. Anything else you'd like to share with us before we move on?
Oh, hey, look, just, like the rest of us, we're open. We can't wait to welcome your customers back. We're just continuing to work on our products and refining them as much as we can during this time. And can't wait to get back to being open 7 days a week, right the way through. And thank you so much in advance for the support we get from everyone.
Awesome. Kia ora, Gert. Thank you very much for your time this morning. Look, we're going to travel approximately 7 minutes up the road now over to Skyline Rotorua, and I believe Andrew is going to sing us a little bit of a song this morning just to get things going. Is that right, Andrew? He's blatantly ignoring me. Oh, he doesn't want to sing a song.
Sorry.
Want to sing a song?
Sorry, I was just busy reading a book about the brand story of NZ Mackie.
You're actually talking about Skyline today, though. You got mixed up, wrong webinar.
There we go. But I just want to make a couple of references here. So you talked about the Rotorua being the birthplace of tourism. Interestingly, within this amazing book, which keeps chopping and changing let me just get rid of my my background. But within this image here, it showcases a lady called Guide Sophia. So Hinirani. So she is actually one of the founding partners of guiding people through Rotorua when we had the pink and white terraces. So also there's a really cool picture of Sean here. See that picture there? So it's obviously quite historic. But no, there is no song coming from me today, Lou. Sorry about that.
Okay, no, that's all good. We didn't practice that. It was a bit on the fly. Hey, so tell us about Skyline. There might be some people, stop the bus, that haven't actually been and experienced your product. So how about you walk us through it?
Awesome, I can do. Hey, it's awesome to see so many people on here and so many familiar names. Also, I see Sana's name on there. Actually, I've got to give you a call after this, Sana. I've been meaning to give you a call for a few weeks now. So I'll follow up with you this afternoon. Skyline located 5 minutes north of Rotorua. We are overlooking Lake Rotorua and the Rotorua city centre. We have a 180-degree view of the city and the surrounding area. All of this view can be accessed by the amazing gondola ride that travels from the bottom to the top of Mount Nongataha. Mount Nongataha is a very sacred mountain for the local iwi. So we are pretty privileged to be operating on this land. Sorry for my voice, by the way. I'm just going through a few things. Had a big night on Friday night, so I'm still getting over that. But in addition to the amazing view, gondola ride, we also have a number of experiences on site. So we are actually the birthplace for luging. So back when Skyline was first operated on the site back in 1985, it happened to coincide with the time when luging was invented here on site as well. So we have the longest luge tracks in the world, and we have the most luge tracks in the world, and we've got some other exciting things that are on the horizon when it comes to luge, which I'll touch on a bit later. But in addition to luge, which could be classified as probably a soft adventure, it can be as soft or as adrenaline filled as you want it to be. That's the beauty of this product. We also have a zip line, so it's more of a medium adrenaline, medium adventure, all the way through to a sky swing, which is our most extreme adrenaline experience on site, not for the faint of heart. And people that come on that experience usually bring a second pair of underpants just in case. So in addition to the adrenaline experiences, we also have a restaurant on site called Stratosphere. Stratosphere is a 400-seat buffet, and we will continue it being a buffet post-COVID. We've done some research, ascertained that there will still be a demand for that. We are making some modifications to it in terms of the way in which we serve that product, but we will keep you informed as we progress that. So the restaurant, we have a wine tasting facility on site. We work with a partner called Volcanic Hills, and they are a premier boutique winery. They've formerly been served on board American Airlines first class as well. So in terms of the quality of the wine that they create, it's pretty out there and pretty awesome for a Rotorua winery brand to be punching well above its weight for sure. And that pretty much rounds off the things that we have on site. Unfortunately, one of the things that has come about off the back of COVID is we actually have had to shut down our stargazing experience at the moment. But we will we'll hopefully get that back up and running at some point. But we are operating 7 days a week and have been since the September-October school holidays, and we will continue that through until at least the first quarter of next year, at which point we'll reassess things at that point. So the Stratosphere is operating on reduced hours though, just without the international demand during midweek. We just don't have the ability to operate that product for lunch every day of the week. However, over the Christmas period, over January, we will be operating 7 days a week with a restaurant as well.
All right. Is it time to show you a wee video, do you think?
Oh, well, why not? Such a great video.
Here's one I prepared earlier. Here we go. Can you see the video there, Anaru?
I can.
Okay, cool.
And it's about to play. Our zipline experience, our sky swing, and luge. Once is never enough, they say.
So,
cool, thanks, Lou.
No worries, and thank you. What's on the horizon there at Skyline? Anything new?
Oh wow!
Spoiler alerts.
Well, I'm just looking at the audience here, and I'm kind of thinking, oh, is this appropriate to share? And I think I can trust you guys to keep a secret, but
it's not anything to do with a spare pair of undies, is it?
No.
Okay, good.
So I've just changed my screen, and this thing up here. See, this is blank. This is a 2020 wall planner. It was it wasn't worth the paper it was printed on. That thing. It's been wiped out a number of times, and the trusty Volcanic Hills down there too. So hey, so this here is actually a map of our site. So we are about to embark on a pretty extensive redevelopment of our luge tracks. So as I mentioned previously, we have the longest luge tracks in the world. They are set to become even longer with an extension of about 600 metres to our luge track. So this project actually started last week. We have started moving the earth. In total, we have to move 450,000 cubic metres of dirt in preparation for these luge tracks to be laid. But it is, this is going to be replacing the advanced luge track. So we're actually taking a different approach, and we're adding some twists or some separators and some mergers onto existing tracks. So there'll be 5 different ways of getting down the hill now. Just a better way to remain engaged with our manuhiri, our domestic customers. But it's a pretty awesome project that's set to be completed in time for summer next year. So we're pretty excited about that.
So you're going from having the longest luge track in the world to doing an extreme makeover to make them even longer.
Completely, why not?
Oh, you heard it here
What we've
first.
realised through COVID is that we just need to continue to reinvent and reinvest within ourselves, and so that's basically a byproduct of that. It was a shovel-ready project prior to COVID, which obviously got sort of kiboshed, but it has really been highlighted the need to continue to recreate our product and continue to invest in our providing an experience for our domestic return visitors.
Fantastic, that's super exciting. Woohoo.
Yeah,
awesome.
It's really cool.
Cool. Hey, any fun facts? I already know something that we didn't already know about Skyline, but any fun facts that you can think of?
Well, in addition to Sean previously taking place as part of the NZ Maki Kapahaka group, which I'm sure is a fun fact for you all, the luge, as I mentioned, was invented here in Rotorua. To this day, all of the luge carts that operate around the world, so we've got obviously our sister property in Queenstown, we've got property in Singapore, we've got property in 2 places in Korea, 2 places in Canada, and soon to be a new place in the UK. All of those luge carts are still made here, right here in Rotorua, and distributed to the world. So over the years, multi-million-dollar investment in the local economy, which is pretty cool. Keep it local.
Kia ora, we like that. That's awesome. Thank you very much. I'm getting even more excited about zooming over to Te Puia now to maybe we'll get to see some of Sean's kapahaka antics. But before we do that, we're going to dart over to Canopy Tours. And when I say dart over, that's not quite what you do there. Not sure you need spare undies at your attraction though, Eloise. I did that the other day and I was fine. In fact, I can see Helen Rolton's name just up on the corner there. Helen, a travel manager, with travel managers in Australia.
Yes,
we
I'm
were
here.
lucky to, hello, nice to hear your voice. We're very lucky to host Helen here in Rotorua just last week. And after hello, kia ora, how are you? People would reach out and go, do you live in Australia? Are you real? And then it was, how on earth did you get in the country? So that was quite entertaining. But we loved this next experience, didn't we, Helen?
Sorry, I turned it off. Oh, amazing. Feeding those tomtits. They were amazing.
There we go. All right, take it away, Helen. Surprised you're going to train. No, over to you, Eloise. How are you? Eloise is the customer service manager. Yeah, it might be an unfamiliar face for you, so extra special welcome to you. Tell us, for those that might not be familiar, about Canopy Tours.
Yeah, no worries. So first and foremost, we're sort of all about that human connection and pulling people together, and I hope yourself and Helen experienced that the other day. We look far and wide around New Zealand to find people to come and join our team. So a really young, dynamic team. We all bring something sort of different in. I'm not from tourism background myself, and actually had my first interview for this position in a Salmonella Dove concert. I was front row washing out when the GM found me. Well, I found him and got yarning, and here I am now a couple of years later, and really like that mixture of the conservation element, which we've got as well, which I'll sort of get into a bit deeper. So James Fitzgerald had the idea to start something that brought people together. He wanted to create an experience that was like no other, that was special, and that really gave the opportunity for people to bond. And he wanted to do that in an amazing location. So through his search, it took him 4 years, but created the original Canopy Tour in this amazing ancient forest. So what's really unique about it is it's got some big old giants in there. It was a forest that hasn't been felled, which is quite unique in New Zealand. It means that we've got some big, massive trees that haven't been cut down, and some of them can predate human history in New Zealand, which is pretty unique. And we get to see them from the ground layer right up into the treetops as well. We fly above them, we fly through them. It's a whole mixture of goodies. So like I say, James wanted to create something really special. He found this really unique, cool location. It's just 13 kilometres away from us. So when customers come here and check in with us, we give them that wow, and then we take them out to this location, which is really special. A big feature of what we do, as well as that connection, is the conservation. So when James walked into this forest in 2008 with the idea to get things started, he realised that it was in need of repair. It was sick, it was unwell, and we needed to look after it. So our trapping started in 2012 once we got kick-started. And it was all about getting rid of the pests in there and enabling the forest to regenerate itself naturally. As you say, yourself and Helen had some of our little native birds come and visit you. So we've gone from a few years back to having nothing at all, or no sound of birds whatsoever, to now having birds that we can feed out of our hand, which we have permission to do so, another unique feature of ours. So people are then taken into the forest. There's a wee bit of a walk sort of to get you nice and immersed. We only take small groups at a time, so up to 10 maximum. We can also do exclusive tours for family groups to make sure that they've got that time to really bond in and sort of gel together. 2 of our guides go out with each group that goes out. There's a lead and a tail guide to make sure that everyone's nice and safe. We do all the clipping and unclipping and things like that, so everyone can really just kick back, spread their wings out and enjoy themselves. So the original was created in 2012. It's an amazing 3-hour forest experience with a whole series of things. So we've got zip lines, we've got swing bridges, we've got a conservation trail, so people get to hear about how they're contributing back to our story and how they're becoming part of our story. It's really fitted for family groups. We take as young as 6 on this one, and we've taken as old as 92. So Lewis, who's 92 years old when he came through, he abducted his elder sister, who was 85, from Auckland, took her out of her nursing home and said, come on, let's go. They shot down to Rotorua. He was wearing a suit, so he's been our best dressed so far, but open to be beaten for anyone that's keen. He also had slippers on, straight out of the warm-up, and shot it in the canopy. So yeah, it really is something that everybody can do, and a really great time to pull everyone together. Now, a couple of years went on, and we got some feedback from our customers, and we realised that people were ready to do something a little bit more, a little bit bigger. So we created our Ultimate Canopy Tour, which opened in 2018. Now, the difference between the two is the Ultimate's almost twice as long in length. It's incredible. It starts off with this amazing big swing bridge that looks down an ancient native forest, down the valley system, and then it comes into its first sort of feature, which is unique, which is a spiral staircase. And from there, we just take you up into the treetops. It's got a volcanic cliff rock walk, which you can walk your way around completely exposed. There's nothing to sort of, obtain your view. You've just got all the goodies there in front of you. So that one's something, if you're looking for something a little bit special, a little bit of a step up in adventure. It's bigger, it's longer, it's faster, and it takes you to some whole new areas of the forest. So yeah, 2 products we offer. That one, the Ultimate Canopy Tour, we take as young as 10 years old. Once again, there's no age limit. We have an 85-year-old who recently came through for his birthday, actually. It was all planned for him. A multi-generational family came through and they enjoyed it all together. So it's something that everyone can really do, but the Ultimate definitely pushes you a wee bit more out of your comfort zone and offers some whole new features as well.
Sounds like Helen had better come back and we'll come do the Ultimate. This is probably a good place. Do you want me to play your video?
Yeah, jump in there.
Okay, let's do that. I'm getting expert ninja level with the Zoom stuff. Oh, no, we've got Skyline. She spoke too soon. Here we go. All right. Felt my heart rate get up just a little bit, and we're even watching that. Hey, so how are things going? Obviously, we're operating in a slightly different environment at the moment. I want to say post-COVID, we're lucky to almost be able to say that here in New Zealand, but are still very much in COVID and still managing that. But how are things going there at Canopy Tours, Eloise?
You know, we're optimistic and looking ahead. We've actually just hired some new staff. We've got some new guides on board, and I've got some new customer experience team as well. So we're looking optimistic to the future. Yeah, no, we've had a really good feedback from Kiwis. People are spreading the word. That word of mouth is a biggie for us. Lots of talk and coming to experience, you know, what we've got on offer. We've been open since the 28th of May, 7 days a week. We're here from 8 till 6 at least, but we've also been running some really early morning tours to give something a bit more unique again. We sort of go right to the afternoon, just working within those daylight hours. We've just adapted, you know, it's a different environment now. We've got the Kiwis and there's some different needs happening there. So what we've done is we've actually created a few short tours, you know, people that might have time restraints. And we've had a whole bunch of schools come through. So people that might have had a lower budget, so enable that sort of experience to go far and wide. And we've just adapted things as people may need them. We make it really special where there's so many special occasions coming through, which is really neat. Birthdays, anniversaries. So we've actually added a little bit of value. We've taken, you know, canapes on tour, some little flowers waiting, you know, for an anniversary at the end of a platform, things like that to really adapt to the environment and make everyone feel special. We just want to give a really good time for our Kiwis and anyone who's coming through to feel important, special, something a bit different. Yeah, it's an amazing place to do so, like no other.
Looks like you're really trying to provide the best customer service in New Zealand.
Yeah,
I just read the thing behind you. It's clever, eh? That was a good segue. Hey, fantastic. Any fun facts, anything about your experience that people might not know?
Like, it was really unique. We just found out yesterday that our Kiwis have zipped the length of New Zealand since we reopened. So yeah, it just goes to show the support we get it. Sort of covered that distance and really looking forward to having a bunch more Kiwis through to enjoy.
Oh, hey, that's wonderful. That's a really fun fact. I love that. Hey, thank you so much, Eloise. I really appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thanks, Lou.
Cheers. Alrighty. I think we might zoom on over now to, oh, there's Tessa, look, just sitting in the background. When I lean forward, you can see her. No, she's gone. Might zoom on over now for a kapa haka lesson. I was actually thinking, Sean, maybe we could do a duet. We could do Polkari Kariana and just mix it up, and I could be Tūtanakai and you could be Hane Moa. What do you think about that? How's your soprano this morning?
Sopranos are good. Sopranos are good. Jeez. That guy, Andrew, I don't know. I don't know if we do any more webinars with him. I think
we do, and next time we'll put you first and see how he handles it.
Oh, yeah, actually, that'd be. That's the way.
Kapai. Hey.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Going on?
Hey, what's happening? Tell us about Te Puia for those that aren't familiar with your amazing product. Again, Helen could probably train on this because we were down your way last week saying kia ora. Actually, we'll zip over to Helen at the end and see what her key takeaway was from the whole of Te Puia. It's an actual cracker. But anyway, Sean, tell us about your beautiful part of the world.
Thank you. Morena koutou. Morning, everybody. Or afternoon, evening, depending on where you are. I mean, the key thing, and I mean, all of us, obviously, since lockdown, we've all been, you know, reflecting and looking at our businesses and our experiences with a lot more sort of in depth. For us, I mean, it really comes down to storytelling. Our experiences, you know, boil down to our guides, sharing the stories that have been passed on to them, you know, by their aunties, their nannies, you know, we've got second, third, fourth, fifth generation staff here at Te Puia. And then you sort of, so you've got this incredible storytelling set in a location, you know, like you've been talking about the whole of the Rotorua region. You know, we're just so blessed. We're so lucky to live in this beautiful corner of the world, and to have these incredible natural phenomena just happening on our doorstep. Obviously a lot quieter at the moment with you know, with the borders being closed, but I still get to have my early morning coffee sitting out on the balcony of Pātapakai, just gazing down and just thinking, holy heck, am I like the luckiest person in the world to be sitting here watching this thing go off, and I'm the only person here having a really nice coffee. And that's fun fact number one. So fun fact number one is Sean has coffee every morning overlooking an active geothermal geyser from the only restaurant in the world that overlooks an active geothermal geyser.
The largest geyser in the Southern Hemisphere.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I guess where we're really lucky is that we undertook about almost 5 years. It was almost 5 years of upgrade and redevelopment We finished that in November last year. So we went into lockdown with all of our facilities, everything finished, everything upgraded. A lot of thought and a lot of investment went in. And although, you know, it's never ideal to close, you know, the country down, that was the right move. And essentially we came out of lockdown and we just water blasted a few cobwebs, mowed the lawns, and we were able to reopen. So, and like everyone, it's staged reopening. It's, you know, we were initially 4 days a week. Now we're 5 days a week. Post Christmas, we'll move 7 days a week. This Christmas will actually be the first time in 31 or 32 years that Te Puia is not going to be open for Christmas Day or Boxing Day. We are, you know, like a lot of operators, we're operating on still on a skeleton staff. We're at about 38. We've, I think, 40. We've hired back 12 staff since we reopened. So, but we just, yeah, everybody gets to have Christmas Day and Boxing Day with their families. And then we go 7 days from the 27th. So, fun fact number, was that fun fact number 2? Fun fact number 3, Kiwis love to feed back. Like we've never, I mean, you know, and Kiwis weren't, you know, they just weren't on our radar in terms of visitation. But they've, and it's an audience that we, you know, it was a big shift for our organization to even just think, oh my God, how do we talk to these guys? How do we talk to ourselves? But the feedback has been incredible, and it's actually really reassuring because you know, you sometimes you sit, you know, I'll be sitting in the office with Tim and we're dreaming up all these new ideas and we're, you know, you're trying new things and you're just not sure, you know, you're like, oh, is it actually going to connect? Is that going to resonate? And then you just get this overwhelmingly beautiful feedback and you think, okay, we're on the right track. So, I mean, yeah, we're like Eloise mentioned, we're optimistic. We, you know, we need the borders to be reopened like all of us do, but just I want to reassure everybody, we will be open. We will be doing everything that we can to have our experience in the best possible nick. You know, our restaurant is just doing amazing things at the moment, like the guys up at Skyline. Kiwis are really supporting us with functions. And yeah, we will be here for when the borders reopen.
Fantastic. Speaking of Kiwis, should we show a little video that we prepared earlier? The one that you just shot on the weekend because you had nothing else to do.
That's right.
Should we do that?
Fun fact number 4. The only reason I chose this video is my daughter appears in it. She's got the little purple hoodie on. She was over with her mate. They had a day off school, and I thought, oh, if you're going to be here, I might as well put you to work as an extra.
All right. I'll play the video. Do you want to set the scene or anything?
This is our new Kiwi Conservation Centre. It's an award-winning Kiwi Conservation Centre. We're just, what we're really happy about now is that the Kiwi are just, their natural behaviour is they're very comfortable. They're breeding, which is good. That's a good sign. And it's in terms of that opportunity to view Kiwi, the viewing is spectacular now. Okay. Again, a lot of thought and investment went into that site.
And it's something that's really special, I think, about Te Puia, because I often talk about the 5 reasons that people come to Rotorua, and it's, you know, Māori culture, geothermal, spa and wellness, nature and adrenaline, and Māori culture. And when they come to Te Puia, they actually get to tick, not that this is about ticking things off lists, but they get to meet the people of the land and hear those amazing stories with that beautiful storytelling. They get to see the largest geyser in the Southern Hemisphere and see all of the landscape, which is just extraordinary. And of course, you get to see a Kiwi. So it's quite an all-encompassing experience. But let's jump over and show the video. Oh, why are we going that way? I might need Tessa's help. Hang on, stop share. Oh, Lou's done something kooky. Let's have a wee look. Share screen. Oh, good. Tessa, do I need your help? Can you see my video? Is it showing this one?
You just need to push from the beginning on the slides.
Okay, very good. Oh, now it's being Now it's been an egg. That's an official Kiwi expression, which was heightened thanks to, I think it was Taika Waititi, wasn't it? Who put "you're an egg" in a movie. Was that right, Sean? How's my multicultural knowledge going?
Perfect.
Oh, look, there's Skyline again, just in case anyone forgot about that. Who knows what's coming next? Oh, look, that was Helen and I last week. Look at that. And here we are, Sean. Just taking a little bit of a journey to get there. Here we go.
So we're at the new Kiwi Conservation Centre, and we've got 5 birds on site now. We've got 3 on display in 2 separate enclosures, and we've got 2 birds outside in our outdoor enclosure on the other side of the valley. They're just new birds that have joined us recently from a park in Napier. So when we were building the centre, we wanted to make sure that we got everything right for the birds, for the kiwi and for the geckos, so that we provided a really natural habitat for them and took care of all their needs through technology. So they are nice and happy. They're exhibiting really natural behaviour, what they'd be exhibiting when they are outside foraging naturally in the outdoor enclosures. And testament to that is the fact that they started breeding during lockdown. We've got a breeding pair in our big enclosure here, because the birds are so happy in there and they're displaying so well. There's never really a time when you won't see a live kiwi here. They're just out and about foraging and doing what they normally would do, and just the fact that people can actually see them and see them up really close, because often they're right down by the windows as well. And yeah, people are just loving that, and they're actually coming back to the centre 3 and 4 times throughout their visit, because they're, you know, so overwhelmed with what they're seeing. So yeah, that gives us a lot of satisfaction and knowing that they're really enjoying their visit with us, and yeah, learning something at the same time.
Awesome. Gorgeous, Sean.
Isn't she good at pointing at things? I just point at this, point at that. No, now point at that. She's very good, very good.
She's very clever. Looks like she was prepared. Hey, that's just wonderful. Anything on the horizon for you guys, or continuing to, as Andrew was talking about, continue to look at yourselves and think about where you can make things even more amazing?
We're just trying lots of new things. You know, like 2 weekends ago, we hosted the giant 2W mountain bike, you know, enduro event, and that's like something we would never even, we wouldn't even in a heartbeat consider doing, because it would, you know, we just wouldn't be able to. But it was really cool having that whole mountain bike community here on site, and DJs, and you know, literally like 600 mountain bikes all over the show, and us providing food and beverage to all of them, and you know, and just knowing, again, it sort of relates back to that connectivity of the region, because that whole Whakarewarewa forest is literally on our back door. So it just shows how connected this whole region is, and how easy everything is. So no, but yeah, just thinking of things new and really refining, looking after our manuhiri. That's the
fun fact from me for the day, my husband won his category in that 2W enduro race.
Awesome.
Yeah, not bad for an old boy. He did quite well. And actually, Helen, I'm going to dart over to you quickly. In a couple of words, what was your key takeaway of the amazing tour that we did that day at Te Puia?
Oh, just a couple of words, Lou. Got my t-shirt on. Oh, you can't see it probably. I'll stand up.
Oh, look at that.
Sean,
Uncle Sean's t-shirt.
I was thinking Jamar's stories. You talked about the storytelling. Jamar's stories were fantastic. His display was great. The Kiwis, the carvers, the weavers. But I think the highlight was the steam pudding at the end. It was fantastic. And I think Te Puia should be essential for every visit to New Zealand, because it takes New Zealand into one place. It's great.
And
Thanks.
just in case I get in trouble with Gert and Andrew, because we didn't bring them, Helen came there last time, just for clarity.
Yeah.
I can just imagine getting a phone call after this webinar.
I only had 48 hours. I'll bring more people next time.
How long do you need to be in Rotorua for to do it justice?
Not 48 hours, much longer.
See, you heard it here first. Thank you, Alan. Kia ora. Nice to see you. Alrighty. Okay. Hey, look, thank you, Sean. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we move on? Love hearing about your product.
All good.
Kia ora, my friend. Didn't pull out the bro this time. Got friend. Hey, things are looking up. Alrighty. Cool. Well, let's wrap this up then. We've gone a little bit over time, but that's just how we roll. I wanted to share a few more things, including, hang on, I'm just waiting for this video to load. I don't think it's going to. All right, I'll keep talking. You'll have to look at my face. Sorry, folks. So what I wanted to share was that on the ECNI webinar page, there are a whole heap of links that can take you over to what you're watching now, but also the ones that are still coming up. And if you missed some of the videos in the past, the ones that are recorded are there on the website, and this one will be within the next couple of days as well. On the ECNI website, which is www.explorecentralnorthislandnz.com, there's also an online product directory. You can find all of these products and indeed the rest of them over the Central North Island and there. And of course, you can also find driving maps for consumers or for your staff training. And to come in this space, there will be, this is a news alert, there will be some online resources. So there will be an online library of operator product updates, because we know that lots of you are screaming out for those. The webinar series will conclude on Wednesday of this week at 10:30 in the morning, which will be with the Coromandel. But that's pretty much all from us for now. I might just pass back over to my friend Sean in a second, but I just wanted to say ka kite anō to everybody. See you again soon from the ECNI team. Merry Christmas. Thank you for joining us. But I thought I'd pass back to Sean to see if he's got any words of wisdom. Don't talk about Andrew. We'll let that go.
Let it go. That sounds like a song from a Disney movie. No, yeah, so we just wanted to share, everyone, whether you're at home in New Zealand or you're offshore, we just want to wish you all the best, wish your families good health. And then over lockdown, we created an ancient whakatauki. Basically, just a saying that we were signing off to people with, and it's me he puia e pō hutu hutu ana. And it essentially just means be all you can be, like our beautiful geysers. So I just wish that to everyone watching today. Be all you can be. You know, look after yourselves, look after your families, and we'll see each other again in the future.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Thanks to Helen for letting me put you on the spot. Eloise, Sean, Andrew, and Gert. Ngā mihi. Thank you so much. You guys always just feel really proud to be here as part of the Rotorua experience and share what we have here. So thank you for that, and thank you for being available. To everyone else around the world watching this, take care, and we'll see you soon. Ka kite.
Ka kite.